Uh-oh.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Speedway Review. This week, we're talking about Circuit of the Americas, 3 fantastic races, all of them with exciting endings, all of them with last-minute passes for what you could say are dream victories. I am Chris. Right above me, Corey. Jordan's in the top corner, and Tori is right next to me. Gentlemen, I had fun watching these races. All 3 excellent. On a scale of 1 to 10 this year, I'm giving COTA a 13.
Very high praise, my brother. Very high praise.
20. Give it a 20.
From what I saw, it was damn good. I'm trying to tell you. I told you guys. I felt it. I felt it. This year gonna be special, just like last year.
6 races, 6 different winners.
No line.
And the good thing is no rain.
Yep.
Yes, that was the best part.
Hey, keep my wife. Hey, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Hey, if I'm not mistaken, you're getting what you wanted.
What did I want?
Didn't you ask me or ask all of us one time, like, hey, do you think we'll have our first back-to-back race winner?
Yes, and we were close. So, hey, look, the way I see it, 6 races, 6 different winners. It doesn't get better than this right now. This has really been the most exciting beginning of the season we've had in a long damn time.
Quite honestly, I think we could quite possibly get the 16th.
You said that last year. You failed, and I'm going to fail you again. Do not make me ban you from the show.
Come on. I'm already back from my 1-week ban anyway, so.
All right, fair enough. All right.
By the way, I was when you said that to me. I was like, thank you very much. I know you say that to everybody, but I wanted to get that to me, and I was like, thank you.
Well, and for that, you are today canceled.
Oh,
so
come on, man. For how long?
For 5 minutes.
Right,
I don't know.
Right,
you're not.
5 minutes.
I'm taking the cancellation away because after I say hello to Terry, we're going to get to news and notes, which I think somebody has to lead off. So I'm just going to throw it at Corey. Corey, what do you got for news and notes?
All right. So if you guys are still following the Brad Keslowski penalty, which of course he was penalized 100 driver points, 100 odor points, and 10 playoff points. So the appeal for the L2 penalty will be heard on April 7th. So this is going to be the determining factor if the penalty is going to be upheld or if the Roush Fenway Keslowski team will end up winning the appeal. So, yeah, guys, stay tuned on April 7th. We'll see what happens, and hopefully they win the appeal. And by the way, guys, the whole 100 points penalty and the 10 playoff points, Keslowski right now is sitting in like 34th.
Yeah, give me a second. Let me pull that up.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going on this because I have a few kind of thoughts on this, but at the same time, it kind of goes to what I was saying over the winter, and I'm kind of winning the argument. So keep going on the Keslowski thing because I think Bubba Wallace had a penalty too.
Yes, I see the screen.
Okay.
Yes.
There it is. All right. So competition officials issued the penalty last Thursday. An inspection at the NASCAR R&D Center revealed modifications to the next-gen spec body panel on the Roush Fenway Keslowski number 6 car. Officials docked Brad Keslowski's team 100 points in their respective standings, deducted 10 playoff points, and issued a $100,000 fine and a 4-race suspension for crew chief Mac McCall. So, of course, the penalty for Keslowski goes from 16th to 35th in points. The driver owner moved from 34th in points after Sunday's race, which of course he finished in 14th as well. Keslowski said his team is focusing on looking ahead and just trying to move forward here. So,
yeah, you could have asked me, bro. I got you.
But yeah,
guys,
is 10 playoff points. That's huge.
To Corey's original point, Brad Keslowski is sitting in 34th with 45 points. He is the lowest full-time driver ranked in the standings. Look, RFK may be taking a lot of hits. It's the second such penalty. it's the first L2 that is for that team. It's the first time a huge amount of points have been docked and fines have been levied out. But it seems to me that these guys all the teams are still trying to catch up with how the new car works and what you can and cannot do in regard to the car. I say that because when you see the picture of Bubba Wallace's car here on the screen, the tire came off. It came off. It came the fuck off because they're not ready for these tires. They have not had enough practice. You've heard the explanation from Larry Mack. Right. It's a one-lug system, yes, but you have to turn it and get these 5 little spokes in line with the hub for it to stick. Then you put it. Why not just stick with the 5 damn lugs? Everybody knows how to work it. Everybody knows how to use it. But at this point, a lot of these guys aren't ready for this new car. Not even the drivability I'm talking about. I'm talking about the crew chiefs, the fabricators, the pit guys. They're having too many problems. Too many.
I definitely agree on that.
So what do you got on Bubba Wallace?
I can agree with that. Yes. In the final of the manga, it is confirmed that Fire Force was a free.
So Bubba Wallace, of course, was penalized this week. The wheel came off on Sunday, so the violation is in section.
The creators,
5.266 in the NASCAR
like that girl that has the
and
witch.
of course, Booty Barker, the crew chief, is suspended, along with the jack band Caleb Dirks and the rear tire changer Riley.
Corey, mute your microphone.
I didn't know the thing about it. I got you.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead.
All right. So going back, as stated, so the violation is in 10.5.2.6. And of course, Booty Barker, the crew chief, the jackman Caleb Dirks, and Adam Riley, the rear tire changer, are all suspended for 4 races for the next 4 weeks.
Okay. And again, I'm going to point back to it because it was a tire violation.
Yeah.
We all know the rule. But again, these guys didn't have enough time in training. I wouldn't have rolled out the car until next season. I've made that clear. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back because I don't want to break my arm doing it. But let's be honest about it. A lot of these guys are just not ready, and the equipment is too new. Yeah, if you came over from F1 or Indy where they do have a one-lug system, you're already ahead of the game. But you're not. These guys have worked for these teams for years, and you're working a 5-lug system. Now you got to switch to 1 lug with the pins in the tire and all that. NASCAR is costing these teams these penalties, in my opinion.
I agree on that one.
All right, Jordan, what do you got for news today?
And his mic
That'd be
is
Jordan.
on.
Yep.
What was the question?
Oh, no. I'm here. My bad. Hold on. Did you say me or Jordan?
Jordan.
Oh, my bad.
What's the question? Sorry.
Do you have any news and notes?
Oh. Hang on a minute. I do. Hang on.
All right.
Knock that off.
I guess we're looking at the NASCAR page because dead air is a killer. You guys, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But it beats the alternative. That reminds me. When I get done here, I got to check the paint schemes. All right, what do we got here? You're not helping.
Yo, Corey, man, your news, that was crazy, bro. That was crazy. Like, seriously, they got hit with major penalties, man.
Oh, yeah.
My bad. So, So Sam Smith Racing's excited. Sam Hunt Racing's excited to be back at Richmond because, believe it or not, a year ago they reached their momentum. They got their first top 5 in team's history, so they're looking forward to being back at Richmond this weekend. And there's 42 cars for 38 spots in the Xfinity Series.
Well, let's hope he gets a good run and the car gets in there.
Well, they're already in points, so it's mostly the back markers that probably won't even qualify. But you know how that is. But I think Corey had something. I think Corey had something he wanted Chris Burns to see.
All right. So, anyways.
Oh, really?
All right. So, anyways, so we all know what happened at the Oscars on Sunday night, and of course, we all know what happened. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock and all that stuff, and now we know that he ended up, refusing to leave the Oscars, and now he ended up breaking conduct policy code or whatever it is and so forth. However, that's actually not the best in my book. Roll the tape.
Like I haven't seen this a million times. I love it. Oh, you think this is fake? Chase Elliott, greatest race car driver ever lived. You argue with me, boy?
I remember this. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I remember that.
Oh. And that Dark Side of the Ring episode was a bang right there. You think it's fake, boy? Chase Elliott don't think it's fake?
That slap on Sunday night pretty much reminded me of that. And honestly, I just say, you know what? That's probably better than what happened on Sunday night, in my opinion.
I was thinking more along the lines of Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman, but I'm old, so.
No, I know what you're talking about, bro. I already know what you're talking about.
I know you do. But thank you for that. That was a little bit of nostalgia.
Hell yeah, I'll take it.
I enjoyed it. Anybody else some news and notes? Because I don't think there's very much come out of this weekend that didn't involve Chris Rock.
There really wasn't. But yeah, no, Corey had reached out to me probably like maybe an hour and a half ago about that. So I was like, yeah, I'll play it.
All right. You wait, Corey. Payback is coming.
Uh-oh.
All right. Okay. All right.
I got 4 words for you. Chicken in the corn.
Oh, my God.
I got 2. Golden banana.
Oh, golden banana. I like it.
Why you guys got to bring that up? Sheesh.
Blame Jordan.
Trying to make this a family show.
Well, if you're 9 years old and you want to have a good birthday party, you can go to New Zealand.
Yeah, well, if I did have a kid at like 9 years old, I would take him.
I would pay to see the look on your kid's face. Like, where are we going, Dad? Don't worry about it. Get on the plane. We're going to New Zealand.
Yeah.
All right, so we may as well.
New Zealand.
Yeah, Mom's not coming to New Zealand. She has to stay at home and work.
Yeah.
So we may as well go into what the show is all about, and that's racing. So the truck race started the Saturday doubleheader, and with one of the craziest finishes ever, Zane Smith comes away with the victory when the 3 gentlemen ahead of him decided to make an Oreo cookie right there on one of the final turns. Corey has to back out and restart, so we can still go without him. And let's watch the Oreo cookie already in progress. So part of this is they said it on every restart that they would go 5, 6, 7 wide. People were not prepared for some of these restarts to be like this. They get through the S's pretty good, but when they get to that one hairpin turn not far from the finish, you see Stuart Friesen, Kyle Busch, and I'm trying to remember the other one. Was it John Hunter Nemechek or Ben Rhodes that created that Oreo cookie?
I think it was Ben Rhodes.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah, that's having a problem buffering. That's not running at speed. So I'm trying to. I think this is the turn. Is this the turn right here? Nope. Yep. No. No, that was a different rep.
It's the highlights.
Okay, so this is the whole race highlights.
Yeah.
So we can see Austin Wayne Self spin out 28 times. That was fun. Kind of like Joey Logano on Sunday.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was a great race.
Oh, absolutely. It's just that last lap where they squeezed each other so hard that the 3 of them almost came to a dead stop. for the finish was just, Corey's fond of saying that old line from Fox. Have you ever? No, I have never.
And of course, the fact that Zane Smith ended up going by all three of those guys, I thought that was fun.
That's a really funny gag. Cyclist reveals that he's
So here's the question.
It's a lot better than. It was a lot better than it was last year with all that rain and stuff.
Correct. Now, my question for all of you who saw that finish, if that three-way Oreo cookie pileup happens if that doesn't happen, who wins that race? Who do you think had the better truck?
I think it was KFB.
Yeah, I hate to
I have
say
no
it, but
say.
it was.
I mean, quite honestly, for me, I would have probably said Bowman.
Really, Bowman was running in that pack.
Yeah, I mean, he tried to make it 3 wide, and then, of course, he got in that little mess or whatever.
Yeah, but wasn't he involved in something else? Because he ended up finishing 25th.
I know.
Oh, well.
Season 2, episode 7 is one briefly alluded to.
You guys will have to excuse me. I'm paying attention to the TV show. Fire the principal, damn it.
He is retiring to spend time with his new girlfriend, a young Hawaiian woman. At the same time, he's in the parking lot.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the 3 wide taps right here, and
after spending
I don't think anybody was expecting those guys to force 3 wide into that corner, but.
No, not in that particular turn. Absolutely not.
Oh no, I thought it was a good race. And the fact that Zane Smith gets his second place here, I think this is going to be a team that I would definitely put my eye on this season.
Right. Is this the turn here? I can't tell.
It's the final. It's the overtime.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you watching in the background?
Helen is ableist. Rex is too, but you could have guessed that. Now, a real quick note.
Or whatever, I don't know.
I discussed
I'm just here.
Helen is an interesting character because she originated on Drake and Josh as the owner of a movie theater before appearing in Victoria's.
All right, this thing, I don't know if it's my computer, but this is awfully choppy.
Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit choppy too.
How she could have logically made such career leaps, as these are very
okay, here it is right here.
I even saw some people posit that while Drake and Josh is confirmed to exist in a
as they go around there, boom.
reality show instead of a sitcom, meaning that Helen would
I mean, if you look at it, I thought all three of them
exclusively by appearing in this reality show.
If they could have stayed off each other, that would have been a hell of a run to the finish for those three. There's Austin Wayne South.
Josh main character details. She was a small child. She was the star of a famous children's sitcom. So it's simple presumption that her background in child acting would be that connects her back into mainstream Hollywood. Well, I'm happy to say that the writers apparently had the same idea, as it's directly stated in the scene that her experience as a sitcom star.
Shoot, I tell you, Parker Kling, hell of a day on Saturday from one car to another.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That was and especially in the first one where he said he was or was it the second one? He was losing the cool suit, and he had to get ice bags when he went into the pits because it was 85 degrees around. It was the second race. Okay. 85 degrees around the track. Now add another 40 to 50 degrees inside that car with your fire suit. Dude must have been roasted. I cannot imagine.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine. All right, so what we're seeing here is I'm not even sure what this is. Zane Smith?
No, it's the white flag.
All right. Oh. So it was the lap before that they played the sandwich game. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was the last lap for some reason, but hey,
yeah. So right here,
doesn't matter.
It takes the white flag, and all right, I can involve this soon.
No one was going to touch him. I mean, John Hunter was up there, but Smith had the better truck out of the two.
Right.
That's just the way it is, unfortunately.
Yep.
Not that I dislike John Hunter Nemechek, but I kind of like Zane Smith better. So, and if I'm going to speak objectively, Zane Smith did have the better truck of the two. So your finishing order for this race was Zane Smith was in first, John Hunter Nemechek second, Kyle Busch third, Ben Rhodes fourth, Chandler Smith fifth, Christian Eckes sixth, Tyler Ankrum seventh, Carson Hocevar was eighth, Stuart Friesen ninth, and Grant Enfinger was 10th. Derek Kraus was 12th. Matt Crafton 13th. Going down the list, Tate Fogelman was 18th. Parker Quiggin 19th. Spencer Boyd 23rd. Alex Bowman 25th. Austin Wayne Self spun out 82 times and found himself in 27th. Ty Majeski 30th. Matty D with a problem early on 31st. John Wood 32nd. Haley Deegan 34th. And all the way down in the BJ McLeod spot was Apollo himself, Sheldon Creed. Let's start with Jordan. Let's get a happy and a sad for this one.
Happy has to be Zane Smith winning, and then the sad will have to be Haley Deegan's tough day.
Okay. And I'll go to Corey Hucknagel.
All right, so my happy on this one. I'm going to give it to John Hunter Nemechek, finishing second this past weekend at COTA. Of course, he hasn't got off to the best of start this year, but finishing runner-up was good for him on his part. And my sad, you're probably going to hate me on this one, Chris, but I'm going to have to go with Matt DiBenedetto on this one because 31st, I don't know what's going on with this team. I mean, I know that this is the first time that Rackley War Racing is running full-time. Of course, they were running a part-time schedule last year, but I just really want to see this team perform, and I really want to see them run well. And God, I really, really want to see Matty D win a race. I really do.
Those were the same picks as I was going to have. John Hunter, Nemechek, again, crappy start. Yeah. Matty D, for the fact that for the last 2 weeks, after 3 straight top 10 finishes, this is his second straight sub 20.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna necessarily lay this on a brand new team. It's just it was racing deals. We know the kid's talented. We know he can run up front. I think if they were running this weekend at Richmond, you'd see something. But I think waiting for, I believe the next time they run is Martinsville. If you give me about 10 seconds, I'll tell you that. The next Camping World Truck Series is Thursday, 8 p.m., April 7th in Martinsville. So I think you're going to see a different race, a different finish for that number 25 team. But, yeah, those are my picks too. Tori, do you have a happy and sad for the Truck Series?
Tori.
Actually, I don't because I didn't watch it. So, sorry. I think you said
all right.
Well, you're banned from the show.
Oh, God.
Oh,
no comment.
Gotta love it. Yeah, no. So we'll move on to the second part of the doubleheader, and this is a guy that everybody thought going in had a chance to sweep the weekend if he could first pull off the Xfinity win. And sure as I'm sitting here, AJ Allmendinger was the winner on the road course in the Xfinity Series. He says he didn't want to take a full-time cup ride. He wants to stay full-time with Kaulig in the Xfinity Series, and he wants to run for a championship. He's making it hard for any of us to look at this circuit and say, who can touch him? He's had a fantastic beginning of the season.
Yeah, without question.
I mean, off top of your head, and you cannot answer Noah Gragson.
All right.
Because he's had an up and down run. Who's running as well as the Dinger right now on the Xfinity Series?
All right. So besides him, I may want to say Austin Hill.
Potentially, yes. I'll give you that one. I would throw out, and I know Tori's already gotten hate mail, even though he loves him. I'd say Ty Gibbs is up there, but my God, when you look at the Dinger, he's got the win. He's got the 3 top 5s, couple top 10s. He basically has not had a bad race at all.
Well, I mean, if you look at
and
it,
going into
one Daytona in February, so.
Exactly. And now here, looks like Jordan's got some Highlight Jones going on.
Yep.
As soon as that starts.
I
don't know about this new setup, Jordan. It seems a little choppy.
Yeah.
The old way was. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not the producer. I don't handle the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
I'm the smiling face that loves the race. So.
And I think this was the Xfinity race on Saturday where you had a couple of drivers that got penalized for shortcutting the course.
Yes. And some of them I got to be honest, some of the penalties, upon first look, you look and go, oh, no, he didn't do it. And there were others that they were blatant, and you had to agree with it. But NASCAR does this for a living. They're the two spots in the S's where you cannot short the track. Everywhere else where the green is, you can see it in the video here.
Yeah.
You can short the track where the green is. If it's all red, no, you cannot.
Okay.
And that was something that at the beginning of the race, they didn't exactly explain until about halfway through when everybody's getting busted for the 4-tire penalty. They actually explained where you see green, you can have all 4 tires off the rumble strip and into the quote-unquote out-of-bounds area. If that's red, you can't do it.
Okay.
But it's only in sections where it's dead red on both sides. So, that was in turns 5 and 6.
Yeah. All right. So we see here, Josh,
they got.
And let's see, Allmendinger's leading, coming down the last corner. And this was so this was the stage win for stage 1 when Allmendinger ended up winning. So.
Oh, sorry, I was looking something up for later in the show.
All right.
I'm very surprised. I'm sorry that I forgot this piece of information, but that'll be for later.
Yeah.
I like how at the top corner they would show like the track at the top corner. You know, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And let's give them credit for a race that has 20 turns. The camera angles were phenomenal. Still not a fan of the drone, but when you see them going up that hill on the drone, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah. And I thought to myself, I bet there's going to be 6 wide going up in the turn 1, and everybody just going up in the turn 1 and making that huge, hard left-hand turn. I thought to myself, how are these guys going to be able to make it stick going into that corner? Unbelievable.
Yeah. Especially on a restart, you don't have all that much speed and momentum, and especially with a 130-foot climb up to the top of that hill. Caleb, the Dr. Pepper guy. I got Matt Benedetto, Todd Bodine, and Jody Sauter as my truck series for Martinsville. Thank you, Caleb, and enjoy your Dr. Pepper as I will enjoy my Broken Skull IPA, brought to you by one of the greatest of all time.
I'd have to look at the entry list next week if Todd's running Martinsville. I think he's running Martinsville. I don't know, but I'll have to look at the entry list and see.
Looks like Jordan was holding up a bottle of urine.
Fun going up the hill. And here we are. We're coming down the S's right here. And this is the last lap of the race. And yeah, pretty much from here, Allmendinger was just in cruise control, and because the lead was, I think it was about like 2 seconds ahead. So
yeah, when he was out in front, there was no touching him.
Oh, of course.
I know there were a couple of times where they said to him, and I laughed hysterically on the in-car, "We have enough to finish the race." Barely. And I said, I said to the folks I was watching with them, like, that's not something you want to hear.
Right.
You have enough to finish.
Yeah.
Barely.
That part right there,
and there you see
Allmendinger was coming past the start-finish line. It was pretty much a shade of, I know those like F1 finishes, whatever. I thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's I don't know what it is about road courses in the Dinger, and he's getting better with some of the super speeds. He's always been good on the intermediates, but boy, right now that 16 team is going to be tough to beat in the long run.
But I just look at Allmendinger, as a whole. I mean, I usually see him, as a road course guy, and I, of course, last year he won the Cup race on the Indianapolis road course, which I kind of thought, all right, he still has, the on road courses, but not only Allmendinger, is also good on road courses, but I also look at Ty Gibbs, who also won 2 races on the road course last year. So I have a feeling that I think it's going to come down between those 2 guys, whoever wins on the road courses this season.
I don't disagree with that at all. And my computer is being a fart maker again. God damn it. Oh, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord. Anything you want to add to this, Jordan?
Yeah,
Probably. All right, raise your hand if you know what a barber is.
Barber.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh,
My man should be
I get it now.
My man should be holding a cardboard sign outside of Walmart that says "Please help."
Oh Lord.
Hell, man.
Keep my Walmart name out your effing mouth.
That's a good one.
Well, it's just you're changing the W from wife
Hey,
to
that was a
Walmart.
good
That was easy enough.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anybody want to add anything else about this Xfinity race before I read the results?
So I thought the Xfinity race was good, and of course, I wasn't surprised that Allmendinger won the race. And quite honestly, I thought it was either going to be him or Chastain that was going to win the race on Saturday because, and I never thought, Chastain was going to run good in that Mario Gosling car, but excuse me.
It came, Corey, it came down to literally that last lap because when AJ made that literally veteran move to the inside like that, bro, you knew right then, it's like, oh shit, he's not catching him. He is not catching him. And he just kept, he pulled away.
Right. And I remember the road courses last year that Allmendinger won was pretty impressive. But other than that, I don't have that much to say about this, but dominant race for AJ. And of course, we'll see how many wins he can rack up this year. And hopefully he can get to the championship 4 in November.
Couldn't agree with you more. Jordan, anything to add? AJ Allmendinger saves Denny Hamlin from being eliminated playoffs. Okay. Thank you, Caleb. We're going to have to get Caleb like a square of his own. Kick me off the show.
We like to have,
Yeah, listen to you. Yeah, kick Chris off the show. Why not? Freaking jerk.
Honestly, it was a good race altogether, but damn it, Josh. Fuck. Issues with the 8. Come on, Junior. Get the 8 car together. Come on, man.
Hey, we're going to Martinsville and we're going to Richmond and Martinsville the next 2 weeks. So I wouldn't be surprised if that 8 car gets a win at those 2 tracks the next 2 weeks.
I can't disagree with you. Absolutely not. So here's your running order from Saturday's second half of the doubleheader. AJ Allmendinger was your winner. Austin Hill was second. Cole Custer third. Noah Gragson fourth. And Sam Mayer wound up in fifth. Myatt Snyder was sixth. Brett Moffitt seventh. Easy for me to say. Jade Buford with an 8th place finish. Miguel Paludo was 9th. And Sheldon Creed was 10th. Your other notables, Parker Kligerman, as we said, did double duty. He ended up 12th. Anthony Alfredo was 13th. Ty Gibbs 15th. Ross Chastain 17th. Brandon Jones 18th. Going down the list, Jeb Burton with a B was 23rd. Daniel Hemrick 25th. Not a great start for him this year. Bubba Wallace 28th. Landon Castle 31st. Justin Allgaier 33rd. Alex LeBay 36th. And Bailey Curry was in the BJ McLeod spot all the way down in 38th position. So we'll start with Tori this time. Give me a happy and sad from the Xfinity run.
No happy, sad. Of course, you already know why. Ty didn't even finish in the top 5, but hey, you can't win them all or place good in every race. At least he finished the race. So I guess that'd be my happy right there. At least he finished the race.
Okay, so you're happy. I've had that before. Happy and sad, the same dude.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, Jordan, you got a happy and a sad?
Happy AJ Allmendinger winning, of course, and then sad would have to be Ty Gibbs not having a good day. Like, come on, man. I mean, I know what happens, but hey, that's racing, right?
Right. No, you're absolutely right. My happy, strangely enough, is going to go to a guy who has run well and found trouble every single week except for this week. So Jade Buford gets my happy for finishing in 8th place, not getting involved in anybody else's wreck, not taking out that 48 machine, and actually coming home with a top 10. My sad is going to go to Justin Allgaier for a championship contender, man. That's not the day you want to have, wheeling that thing home in 33rd. And if I had a second sad, it would go to Daniel Hemrick, our reigning and defending champion. Again, 25th is not where you want to be if you're defending a championship this year. And that leaves Chat Boy Corey, happy and sad.
All right, so I'm finally back. And anyways, so my happy, I'm going to go with Sam Mayer finishing in the top 5 this past Saturday. And by God, I mean, this kid ran pretty decent this past weekend and getting a top 5. I thought that was pretty good. So my sad on this one, not really too much I want to see on here, but my sad, I'm going to have to go with Ross Chastain. I mean, like I said, he was way on that Mario Gosling car in the top 5, pretty much leading most of the race. And then, of course, he got spun out after that. So, but other than that, tough luck for him.
All right. So the main event of the weekend was the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix. And we got to see it finally on the Cup Series. Not only did I love the flag, I loved seeing the watermelon get smacked down on the start-finish line. Ross Chastain comes home with the victory, and not without a little chicanery, because that last lap, it was between Chastain, Allmendinger, and Alex Bowman, and they were bumping and grinding the entire time.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody had to give, and it turned out the one that gave was AJ Allmendinger.
Right. And honestly, I'd probably say this, on the last lap, there were some parts on the track where Chastain was running pretty good, but then, of course, you saw that Allmendinger was trying to catch up to him just a little bit, but you could see that he was getting pretty good, like coming out of the corners. But I'm probably going to go to the part where they're coming down this long stretch where they're at the braking zone is, and this is where I thought, okay, Allmendinger has him, quite not there yet, and then, of course, you see here Alex Bowman comes into the mix. So now we're coming down this long straightaway right here. And this was the part where I kind of said, all right, AJ's going to take him on the inside, hard braking, you name it whatsoever. So here we are. We're coming in the braking zone. And you see Allmendinger, had him, but almost had him. And see, they're coming out of the turn now. Here's the part where Ross kind of gets loose a little bit, and then you see he kind of leaves that inside kind of open just a little bit, and now this is the part where AJ boots him in the rear. Chastain goes up the hill. Here comes Allmendinger for the lead, and now Chastain's like, okay, so you're going to do that to me. I'm going to do that to you now. Now, this is the funny part. So now this next corner right here, this is where I thought Bowman was just going to take the lead, and he was going to be out of here. And then here comes the part where Chastain boots Allmendinger. Allmendinger spins out. 48 goes wide. And goodbye, number 1. Set sails, takes off. Chastain ends up winning the race.
Mm-hmm. And I have to walk back a statement that I made. I thought, based on this view that we're looking at here, that Bowman just threw a dick move down. He didn't. When they showed the other angle, it was incidental contact. And I do have to walk back that statement where I said, dick move by Bowman. Absolutely not. That was 1,000% good hard racing.
Right. But other than that, first win for Trackhouse Racing, and I couldn't even be happy anymore. Not only for the team owner, for Justin Marks, but also the co-owner Pitbull, and he was probably celebrating somewhere wherever he was at. But no, I mean, after Ross Chastain had those 2 runner-up place finishes and that 3rd place finish, I kind of said, all right, something tells me that his win's coming, but it's only a matter of when. And I didn't even expect him to win on a road course. Hell, I didn't even think he was a good road racer, to be honest. But I just look at Chastain right now, and yes, I am surprised he won before Daniel Suarez did, but I can see this team maybe winning probably 2 more races, maybe another win or so forth. But I swear, I think Trackhouse, I think is going to be the one to watch for this season.
Absolutely. Somewhere Pitbull was singing "Break It Down," and Justin Marks, as you could see on his birthday, was happier than a bird with a French fry. He was just over the moon happy, and why not? Those guys pushed their way to that victory. And early on in the race, the other Trackhouse car of Daniel Suarez was having a phenomenal run until he had some tire issues, and he never quite bounced back.
Yeah.
But overall, that team was unbelievable this weekend, that Trackhouse team. And I'll tell you this, I'm looking forward to this July when one half of the Speedway review is going to be in New Hampshire, And I may just have to visit the Trackhouse trailer there and pick me up some gear. I don't know whether it's going to be Ross Chastain. Is it going to be Daniel Suarez? Is it just going to be a Trackhouse gimmick? Who knows? But they're looking like a team that deserves my respect. So I'm gonna tip my hat to them. Break it down.
Yep. Yeah. Actually, somebody.
Oh wait, wrong rapper.
Somebody wrote on YouTube. I think I was looking in one of the comments. They were saying someone said that Ross Chastain is the next gen Ryan Newman. I don't know.
I wonder why they said that.
But
I mean, when you consider it, Ryan Newman won a ton of races, a ton of poles. He just needed to break that ceiling, and when he did, he was off and running. I would love to know the context behind that comment.
Right.
If that person would ever say something good out loud, but I don't know who it was, and without knowing, I can't sit here and say I agree or disagree.
Yeah.
You know, Chastain's not exactly a young guy either. I mean, he is, but he isn't. He's 29 years old. He's been doing this for quite a number of years. And, you know, while most of us would consider him one of the young guns, I don't know that I'm going to hang my hat on calling him a young gun at this point in time. He's to me, he's a veteran driver. He's had time in the 42. You know, he's been up, down, and all around on all three series. And, you know, I think this was the break he needed with a team that is focused on good team every week, good equipment every week, a good strategy every week. And to your point that you said earlier, you did mention last week, the week before, watch out, Chastain's win is coming. And it finally has. So everybody, let's give Stat Boy a golf clap real quick. We're going to be thankful of his Stat Boy prowess.
Mm-hmm.
And you are not banned from the show.
Thank you.
It was nasty that he picked it up and ate it. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah. I thought that was awesome, though.
What do I think about March Madness?
I'm not even.
I don't.
To be honest.
I didn't do a bracket. It's when it comes to college basketball, it's all Duke all the way, and I don't even care who the rest of them are.
Yeah, to me,
put that away, Torrey Calhoun. Put that away.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. So, anybody got any comments on this race before we get the running order and, of course, this week's fantasy point update?
Hey, awesome race on Sunday. How about that save by Austin Cindric and almost collected Christopher Bell with him?
Yeah, that was an.
Oh my goodness, that was something. I was like, hey, 8th place finish, take it. Ross Chastain, it's about that time, my friend.
Yep.
Yeah, that definitely was a butt pucker moment, if there ever was one.
Yeah.
The one driver I wanted to point out, who it seemed like every time he started doing better, he found a way to spin out, and that to all the Latin homies. Oh, that's my Bad Bunny. Sorry. Joey Logano. Every time he would start to do well, he would spin. Then he climbs all the way back, and he spins again. And that 22 spent more time facing other cars than it did forward on the track. And I don't know if that's a tire issue. I don't know if that's just an equipment issue or just this isn't a track that Joey Logano is particularly fond of.
Right.
All right. Anybody else? How about Torrey? We haven't heard from Torrey except for the fact that he hates good college basketball teams.
Oh, geez.
Nah, honestly, man, bullshit. You guys not. I'm not gonna comment on anything that's like none race related. So, because I go so far, but my takeaway from the Xfinity race was one, like you guys said, that was an awesome stay. To what I think, whatchamacallit, honestly, in my opinion, he was lucky to win the race. No bullshit. Because if you guys really looked at the second to the last lap, right when they were getting close, I'm not good with the turns and all that shit, but right when they were getting close to what would be the finish line if it was the last race, like that could have went either way. Like seriously.
And of the three guys that were involved in that, only two of them had a good finish. Ross Chastain, Alex Bowman, and AJ Allmendinger all bumping and banging, all have a chance to win. Corey mentioned it. Three of them played with each other, banging and bumping and rubbing, and that's in rubbing's racing. But then Allmendinger gets turned around and finishes 33rd. Not 8th, not 12th, 33rd.
Yeah.
So, as he said in the post-race, it's just one of those things. You got to deal with it. You got to suck it up, and you got to move on. And that was big of him to say that.
Yeah, and that's another thing. There was no beef or anything taken from that, man. It was just good hard racing. It was just fucking good hard racing. And be honest, guys, didn't you guys honestly expect something like that after all those restarts? So be honest.
Yes. You knew who the good cars were. You knew the guys that were running really spectacularly all day, and the fact that those three cars were up front and bumping and banging, somebody had to win and somebody had to lose. It was exciting. I can't say I saw a three-way battle, but I definitely saw it was going to be close.
Yeah.
Absolutely 1,000%.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't we go to the running order? We will do the points, and Jordan has an announcement that he wanted to make, and hopefully it's that he's getting his haircut tomorrow. So
let it grow, brother. Let it grow. Ross Chastain comes home with the win. Alex Bowman second. Christopher Bell third. Chase Elliott, the greatest goddamn race car driver of all time, came in fourth, and Tyler Reddick was fifth. Ryan Blaney sixth. Martin Truex Jr. seventh. Austin Cindric eighth. Eric Jones 9, and Austin Dillon rounded out the top 10. Your other notables: Kevin Harvick 11th, William Byron 12th, Brad Keselowski 14th, Denny Hamlin 18th, Cole Custer 23rd, Daniel Suarez 24th, Kyle Busch 28th, Kyle Larson 29th, Joey Logano 31st, AJ Allmendinger, we mentioned before, finishes 33rd. Corey LaJoie, who had a decent run early in the day, was 36th. Recky Spinhouse Jr. 37th. Bubba Wallace was 38th, and Andy Lawley finishes in the BJ McLeod position. I don't think he turned more than 2 laps. I would like to start off by saying I don't remember his name. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. But who came in first again? Sorry, I do a lot of extracurricular stuff. I would like to congratulate. I would like to congratulate Ross's the car owner on his first win, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was pretty good, bro. On a good race, though, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So now we get to the happies and sads, and who hasn't started yet today? Because I'm not starting. All right, Corey, you start. Happy and sad.
Okay, happy that one of my drivers came in good. And honestly, man, it was so fucked up. Cause like, okay, Chase is moving up. He's moving. Oh, Cole looks whatever. Then I'm back on it again. Oh, damn, Kyle is gone. So good. Chase finished in the top 5. Sad. Kyle had like some messed up moments in the race, but hey, it's racing though.
He's the greatest goddamn race car driver of all time.
Oh.
All right,
doing this again.
How about Jordan? Jordan, what do you got for happy and sad?
My happy would have to be Ross Chastain Milliman finally getting that first victory. And my sad would have to be, I don't have one this week.
All right. Well, isn't that interesting?
He's
Corey,
lying. He's lying. He has a sad.
I know he's lying.
He has a sad.
All right. My happy, I'm going to go with Christopher Bell. And my sad, I'm going to go with Ross's teammate, Daniel Suarez.
Yeah, well, I'm going full Trackhouse Jones on this one. Happy is Ross Chastain for his first victory, and sad would be Daniel Suarez. Again, first stage, he was dominant, led every lap, and then had a pit issue, and then cut a tire, and never really got his momentum back.
Right.
So, somebody was texting the blues over and over again. I had a good week. Jordan, did you have a good week? We're about to find out. All right, this week I'm going to let Corey decide. Worst to first or first to worst?
I'm going to say first to worst.
First to worst. Well, then you have to pick one column A or one column B because we had a tie for the most points this week.
I like to go with column A for 500.
Column A. So you are choosing Statboy Express, who, by the way, had Justin Haley come in with 27 points, Martin Truex with 30, Austin Dillon with 32, and Chase Briscoe for 10 for a tie for the week lead total of 99 points.
All right.
Next up was You Sir May Fuck Off Racing with Kyle Busch bringing in 18 points, Kevin Harvick bringing in 26, Tyler Reddick with 32, and Daniel Suarez with 33 for the aforementioned total of 99. So now, happy birthday, Caleb the Dr. Pepper guy, 29 years old.
Yeah.
Very nice. So, Jordan, with the win, Ross Chastain brings you 43 points. Eric Jones brought you 28. Brad Keslowski brought you 23, although I think we should dock you 10 points for unapproved Gimmick Jones Schnabitz Farnham. But we won't. And, of course, Bubba Wallace gave you a whopping 2 points, which gave you 96 points on the week. Oh, rest in peace. What I wouldn't do to have these troubles. Kyle Larson gave you 14 points. Chase Elliott brought in 37. Eric Almirola brought in 24. And Cole Custer brought in 14 points for a grand total of 89. So your standings are, after 6 weeks, Rest in Peace Racing holds on to the lead with 630 points. Only 7 points behind him is You Sir May Fuck Off Racing at 623. Jordan, still in third place with 596. He is 34 points back. And Corey, you're sitting at 590, only 40 points back. So we're all relatively close. It is good. Last 2 weeks with a 74 and an 89, Corey has lost a little bit of ground. And strangely enough, in the last 2 weeks, Jordan has gotten the most combined points with 123 and 96 respectively. Who'd have saw that coming with the collection of stiffs that he picked? Not me. You may as well call his team DNF because that's what I thought at the beginning of the season. But the last 2 weeks, Jordan has pulled out of his gnarly little backside 229 points in just 2 weeks.
Jesus.
He's on the move, kids. He is on the move.
Because I'm the greatest, I'm the fastest, I'm on my way, and I'll be at the top because I am the greatest.
I would like to say at this moment right now at 7:52 East Coast, 6:52 Central Standard that Jordan has just blown his whole season.
Yep.
Because even this week, I'm still surprised that I'm really barely at, like you said, 7 points. I'm like, really? Look, my people suck this week.
So coming out of last week, you had 17 points on me in second, and you know that 10-point difference between you and I this week closes the gap a little bit. I'm looking at a baby.
Oh, mercy. Yes, the ratings have just went up. Yes, sir.
Right.
We have a baby.
Who doesn't want to stare at a beautiful baby?
Look at Mercy just sitting there like, you picked the wrong person. I'm trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell you who's gonna win. You got to listen to me, guys.
Yeah.
I still want to know who her father is. I really do. That cuteness did not come from Jordan.
Good Lord.
Oh my God.
It's okay, Jordan. Hey, Jordan. I look at this face. I have a beautiful daughter, so I understand. Ugly can produce beautiful.
True.
All right, so Jordan had an announcement he wanted to make. Oh, my Lord. Tell that person and I'll say hello to them. I'll sign autographs later.
Oh.
And for $14.95, you can join my OnlyFans where I send pictures of my feet.
Jesus.
Oh, I was going to send a dick pic, but I ran out of Kyle Busch photos.
Oh, God.
No, while we wait for Jordan, he had an announcement to make, but I think
What happened to the baby?
He's putting her in the fridge right now. You can see it in the background.
That's a damn shame. What a father.
She got to cool off, man.
Oh.
My God.
I don't know if he got AC. I don't know if he got AC in that place. Sometimes you put the baby in the fridge for 30 seconds, everything comes out great.
Oh wow.
It never hurt. It never hurt Emma. It never hurt Emma. That's all I'm gonna say. You've seen her pictures. You know. I'm in severe trouble right now. She's dating, and I'm not liking it at all.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be hell for me. But I ain't worried about
I had
me.
a question. when Jordan got up in his Bianca Belair T-shirt, I thought I saw a braid. Does that T-shirt come with a braid?
What'd you get? A cricket. That's hot.
I know. When you turned around, it looked like the back of the shirt had a braid. Maybe it was your wire. I don't know. Oh, NXT. Got it. All right, so Jordan, you have an announcement you want to make?
Yes, so as y'all know, this past Monday we did Nothing But Talk Wrestling edition, but this Tuesday we're having another one, and I reached out today to a star from a little company known as Impact Wrestling, and I'd like to announce that they did reach back to me, and if they are available, they will appear, and here is that person. Give me a second. Baby crying.
Go ahead. I understand. Mercy, I'll give you $1.
Ooh.
Tasha Steeles?
Mercy, I got you, sweetie. We're dropping.
What are we looking at?
I don't know. All I see is Tasha Steeles.
His mama said, "Are you my real daddy?"
Hang on, Grace. I can't do two things at once. Impact Knockouts champion Tasha Steele most likely will appear with us this coming Tuesday.
Nice.
Oh wow. Okay, man.
You know I'll be there.
With her title belt in hand and her gear.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, so this is the part where we say goodbye to everybody and wish you a happy weekend. For those of you who are traveling to Dallas, have a good WrestleMania weekend. For the rest of us who are sitting on our couch watching WrestleMania, enjoy the weekend. Enjoy racing. Jordan, go take care of your business. I'll say goodbye to the folks. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, go be a father, bro.
You got it, brother. You got it. We got you.
Yeah, we got you.